ऐसे करने का नहीं आ रहा है।
Kritika ma'am, can you help how it goes on laptop?
Who wants, sir? Who is asking for WhatsApp?
Okay.
तनुजा
Okay, Tanuja ji, I'll WhatsApp you.
अभी WhatsApp करना है.
प्लीज मैम मेरे को भी भेज दीजिए अलका.
Okay, okay.
सभी का होने के बाद प्लीज वीडियो ऑन कीजिएगा, एक थम्स अप दीजिए. We'll go for the question and answer session. Next Saturday is a holiday due to the 5th day of Ganpati Visarjan. So we'll meet on Sunday. So those who are ready after the feedback can ask your questions. इसमें कोई प्रश्न है तो पूछ सकते हैं. Thank you, Satvinder ji. Thank you. If you have any questions, Satvinder ji, you can ask.
Namaste, sir.
Thank you, Pratibha ji. Thank you. Yeah, namaste, Satvinder ji. Yeah, you can ask your question.
Sir, like we generally, whenever we ask what is yoga, so we generally explain by giving answers of what is said in Yoga Vasishtha and what is said in Gita and what is said in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. But when we are like, if we have to tell a layman person that what yoga is, so how we can explain them in that layman language?
Sir, we cannot hear you, sir.
Very nice and practical question. So when a layman asks us what is yoga, then we have to say that yoga is a technique. Yoga is a technique, or yoga is a tool. It has got several components. Essentially, it is a lifestyle change, where it has got like asana, it has got like our self-discipline, it is about our practice of pranayama, meditation and all that. By doing all that, it helps us to reduce our mental, or it improves our mental health. By improving our mental health, it also corrects us in our lifestyle. For example, there are many things in our lifestyle which are not good or which are not right. I know it, but I decided to change it, but I tried many times, but I cannot change it. I could not able to change it. Why I could not able to change it? Because it becomes very difficult for me to change, because my mind does not allow me to change. Now, what yoga does is yoga helps us to correct our mental this stubbornness or mental resistance and makes us the things easy. Okay, so in simple way we have to, I think, so it essentially connects our mind and it helps us to modify our lifestyle.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Sir, one doubt. Sir, you told about how the mind will control, how the mind will calmer, and exactly we have to understand what is the mind also, no? Then only we do this process.
Understand the mind.
What is the mind in simple language?
In simple language, mind is one of the faculties in our consciousness. Okay. Just like physical body, we have body, we have our mind. Mind is a faculty which is responsible for the emotions. Okay, which is responsible for emotions and thought process. So essentially our thought process and emotions are governed by our mind. Okay, so mind is like who can say, mind is like a light. When it blows, it gives emotions and thoughts. Now when these thoughts and emotions comes out of the mind, they have their own consequences. So they are not under our control. So we have light here, but its button is not in my control. Now when I want to go to sleep, but before that I need to switch off this light, but I don't know how to switch it off. Okay, so what yoga does is yoga gives you that key. Whenever you want, you can switch on this light. Whenever you want, you become angry. Whenever you don't want, you will not become angry. But now this is not a condition. We are under the control of our emotions. Emotions are not under our control. So what yoga does is yoga brings your emotions under your control.
Yes.
So mind is essentially emotions and thoughts for simple understanding. And they are not that simple. In fact, our life is under our emotions. Okay? People live their life under the influence of emotions. So such important these emotions are.
Wow, one more, sir. About mind, can we think about this way also? Senses are the functional cause of abstract existence of the mind.
Sorry, can you repeat?
Senses are the functional cause of the abstract absence of the mind. Sorry, exact existence of the mind.
No, what they are saying is senses are, so you cannot see mind. So that is why they are saying that these are the what we can see is the expressions of the mind. Senses. Senses are our expressions of the mind. That is what they are saying.
Then only the thoughts will come, no? Thoughts and emotions. Senses are the main cause.
No, not senses. Senses are secondary. See, we have emotions primarily. Okay, we have emotions primarily. Emotions are there. Unless you have anger inside, it will not be triggered. Okay. So senses are secondary. Like, for example, if a person is not having anger, even if any anger stimulating thing going from his senses cannot provoke anger, because anger is not there inside. If anger is there inside too much, Even you don't require senses to stimulate it. Even just by sitting, thinking about something, you get angry. Sometimes, even just thinking about some persons, we get angry. We become angry. There is no sense. There is no, you have not seen him. You have not heard his name, isn't it? You just had a thought of him. Then you get angry, isn't it? So it's not like it's sensory dependent. Sensory can stimulate, but to have that stimulation and anger, you should have anger emotion inside. So anger is more like solid inside.
Okay.
Sir,
Thank you. Thank you.
sir,
Sir, okay, you go ahead.
Sir, can we say for the mind is that mind is the element between the layer of illusion, layer of avidya and consciousness? The statement is right.
Layer of avidya and
Between it, mind is the element between the layer of avidya and our consciousness.
avidya is there in the mind.
Okay.
Avidya is there inside the mind. So conscious and mind is inside the consciousness. They are not separate. Mind is inside the consciousness.
Okay. So the deep, deep layer of mind is consciousness, right?
Not deep layer of mind is consciousness.
Mind is in the consciousness.
No, mind itself is an expression of consciousness.
Okay.
जैसे कि जैसे बर्फ है और पानी है, ठीक है? अब बर्फ और पानी अलग अलग दिखते हैं लेकिन है नहीं, क्योंकि बर्फ में भी पानी ही है ना? बर्फ में भी पानी ही है. तो ये माइंड जो है, आपको लग रहा है कि ये माइंड अलग है, कॉन्शियसनेस अलग है. कॉन्शियसनेस इज लाइक पानी. पानी भी कॉन्शियसनेस ही है और बर्फ में भी कॉन्शियसनेस ही है, लेकिन एक अलग फॉर्म में है. नाम रूप भेद, लेकिन है वो एक ही.
Okay,
Still
thank you,
it-
sir.
consciousness.
और सर आपने बोला था कि गैस्ट्राइटिस अगर है तो सूर्य भेदन नहीं करना चाहिए और सूर्य अनुलोम प्राणायाम करना चाहिए.
नहीं नहीं,
तो-
सूर्य का कुछ नहीं करना चाहिए. गैस्ट्राइटिस के लिए बोल रहे हैं. गैस्ट्राइटिस
हाँ.
के लिए शीतली प्राणायाम बोला है.
Italy.
शीतली.
ओके, तो मैंने
गैस्ट्राइटिस
कुछ
Burning sensation is there, no? So
हाँ, इसके लिए मुझे कुछ सुनने में, इसके लिए मैंने पूछा कि ओके. और दूसरा एक क्वेश्चन था, आपने मेडिटेशन फोकसिंग एंड डीफोकसिंग मेडिटेशन बोला, वो जरा समझाएंगे प्लीज, क्या है?
फोकसिंग मेडिटेशन में हम क्या करते हैं? फोकसिंग इज लाइक धारणा. धारणा फॉर्म ऑफ धारणा ध्यान. तो धारणा इज फोकसिंग. जैसे कि मन का प्रॉपर्टी है चंचलता, ठीक है? जैसे हम बोलेंगे कि मन को, मतलब मैंने डिसाइड किया कि मैं अभी बैठ के ओम मेडिटेशन करूंगा, तो ओम मेडिटेशन में पहला स्टेप है, जैसे आंखें खोल के हम ओम को देखेंगे, फिर ओम का शेप को देखेंगे, उसका कलर को देखेंगे, ऐसे करके फिर आंखें बंद करेंगे. बंद करके ओम का जो पिक्चर है वो बंद आंखों के सामने लाने की कोशिश करेंगे, ठीक है? कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, पहले 2 सेकंड के लिए तो आया, फिर चला गया, है ना? फिर चला गया, फिर मैंने आंख ओपन किया, फिर से मैं पिक्चर को देखा, फिर से बंद किया, फिर से उसको लाया. तो आई एम पुटिंग लॉट ऑफ एफर्ट ना. व्हाट आई एम डूइंग इज माय माइंड इज गोइंग समवेयर, बट आई एम ब्रिंगिंग इट बैक, फोकसिंग. इट इज गोइंग अगेन, bringing back, going again, bringing back. This is called as dharana. Okay, dharana is focusing. तो defocusing में ऐसा कुछ नहीं रहता. defocusing में कैसे, आंखें बंद कीजिए, आराम से एकदम आप देखिए, एकदम से एकदम खुला आसमान को देखिए. आपके बंद आंखों के सामने एकदम खुला आसमान है, 4-5 पंछियां घूम रहे हैं, है ना? हम यहाँ पे फोकस नहीं कर रहे हैं, हम यहाँ पे डी फोकस कर रहे हैं। अगर पेशेंट बोलते हैं कि नहीं मुझे पंछियां नहीं दिख रहे हैं, फिर से गायब हो रहे हैं, हम बोले पंछियों को छोड़ दो अभी, है ना, जो आपको दिख रहा है वो देखो, है ना। सो दिस इज डी फोकसिंग। डी फोकसिंग में लेट गो, है ना, छोड़ दो, फ्री हो जाओ। फोकसिंग में छोड़ना नहीं है, फोकस करना है, पकड़ना है।
इसका थेरेपी में कैसे यूज, मतलब
थेरेपी में कैसे होता है, जैसे कि कुछ लोग, कुछ डिसीज जो है कुछ हमारे ऐसे मेंटल एक्टिविटी की वजह से ही होते हैं। जैसे कि जैसे कंप्यूटर इंजीनियर्स रहते हैं, है ना, या बहुत बड़े साइंटिस्ट वगैरह रहते हैं, वो अपने माइंड को ऐसे ट्रेन किए रहते हैं, कैसे, फोकस्ड, है ना, एकदम फोकस करके काम करना है, एकदम फोकस। मतलब उनको बचपन से ऐसे ही ट्रेनिंग दिया जाता है, या उनका प्रोफेशन का पार्ट ही ऐसा रहता है कि फोकस 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 फोकस। लेकिन वो व्यक्ति डी फोकसिंग नहीं आता है उनको, वो फोकस इतना हो जाता है उसकी वजह से उनको प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है। दे सफर फ्रॉम माइग्रेन, दे सफर फ्रॉम हेडेक, दे सफर फ्रॉम बैक पेन, क्योंकि उनका बीमारी ही फोकसिंग है। इट इज टू मच फोकसिंग। उनको हम क्या बोलेंगे, उनको डी फोकसिंग थेरेपी हम देंगे। कुछ लोग उसके एग्जैक्टली अपोजिट रहते हैं, जैसे ओबेज पेशेंट्स रहते हैं। ओबेज पेशेंट दिन भर कुछ नहीं करते, मतलब ये कि मतलब 1-2 घंटा ये किया, 1-2 घंटा वो किया, वो मतलब एक चीज में वो फोकस ही नहीं कर सकते। मतलब हार्डली 2 मिनट फोकस करेंगे, फिर उनको बोर होने लगेगा, दूसरी चीज करेंगे। ऐसे व्यक्ति को हम क्या करेंगे, उनका प्रॉब्लम क्या है, उनका प्रॉब्लम ही डी फोकसिंग है। मतलब एक चीज अभी खत्म नहीं हुआ, दूसरा खाने को जाएंगे, दूसरा खत्म नहीं हुआ, तीसरा उनको चाहिए, मतलब किसी में फोकस नहीं है। तो ऐसे व्यक्ति को हम फोकस्ड मेडिटेशन देंगे। भाई आप एक काम करो, फोकस होके करो, क्योंकि उनमें डी फोकसिंग ज्यादा है। ऐसे हो कि हम क्या करते हैं, तो पेशेंट के नीड के हिसाब से उनको फोकसिंग और डी फोकसिंग मेडिटेशन देते हैं।
थैंक यू सर।
Yeah, Somya, yes, Somya.
Hello, sir. Thank you for the session, sir. It was very informative. I mean, for me, I have not heard or read about koshas through my yoga practice experience, and it was really informative. Can you suggest any books or anything like whatever the source of your information of your class today? Is there any book or anything that you can suggest where I can get and understand more about this?
Panchakosha, there are many books. जगदीश जी के पास होंगे, जैसे स्वामी विवेकानंद योग प्रकाशन से एक बुक आता है, इंटीग्रेटेड योगा का भी आता है, एक पंचकोश विवेक बोल के एक बुक भी आता है, तो उसमें से आप पढ़ सकते हैं।
Sure.
Even,
thank you.
And if you want to get, even the Upanishad is there about Panchakoshas. In the Taittiriya Upanishad, you can get there also. Taittiriya Upanishad. So I think Chinmay Swami जी का भी जो लिखा है, simple language में लिखा है, वो आप देख सकते हो. There are a lot many authors, and but simple अगर चाहिए तो even Chinmay Mission वालों का, Chinmay Swami जी का भी है, विवेकानंद जी का भी है, राजयोग में भी है उनका, स्वामी विवेकानंद. The explanation is
Sure. Sure, so I'll get in touch with you if you can help me.
Yeah, please, anytime. Yes, yeah. Call me between 11. If you have the understanding also, I'll give you a separate session for that also. No issues. On the
Sure.
Our YSC students, we have a YSC course, Yoga Instructors course. It's a 4 months course where we have this subject, what sir was talking about, and Aditya Vyadi.
Like the way he spoke about from a health perspective, all that kind of information, it was really informative. So to get more knowledge on that, it would be helpful.
I'll give you some pictures if you want. I'll give you from that book also. Don't.
Sure.
Remind me tomorrow. Tomorrow you can remind me. I'll send you.
Yeah, I'll ping you.
Namaste, sir.
Yes, please. Yeah, Hema ji, yes.
Can I ask?
Yes, please. You can ask. No need to ask.
Can you? Can you just tell the different terminologies you use for the mind? The Manasa, Chitta, and some more he was saying. The different Indian Vedic terminology for the mind. Can you elaborate on that?
No, actually, manas, chitta, we can use them as a synonymly, but there are many other like manas, manomaya kosh, chitta. Somebody use it as an alternative to chintya, uhya. So there are many such synonyms. But when it comes to specificity, just like for example, if you come to Patanjali Yoga Sutra, there you cannot use manas and chit as synonym. Here it is very specific. Chitta is different, manas is different. So synonyms, there are many synonyms, but when it comes to the context, like when it comes to Patanjali Yoga Sutra, so it is chitta is, what he mean by chitta is certain things. Okay. The same chitta chitta term you may get in many other contexts, but there its meaning is like manas. Meaning is not so specific. So whatever may be the word, but one word taking its meaning from one text, we should never use the same meaning in other text, okay? Because every text has its own meaning for every word. Okay, just like yoga, what I was telling. So yoga word we all are using here, like asana, pranayama, or meditation, or like bhakti yoga, like that, no? But in the marks card, it is yoga is total. So there I cannot use this meaning, or here I cannot use that meaning. Okay. So these Sanskrit terms, so they are very much in relation to context.
Okay, one more doubt, one more question. What is Karana Sharira exactly?
Karana Sharira is Atman. Anandamaya Kosha is also considered as the Karana Sharira. Karana Sharira is Atma. Okay, we have Manomaya Kosha, we have Pranamaya Kosha, we have Annamaya Kosha. These all are actions. These are Karya Shariras, you can say. They do activity. But the Karana Sharira is, which is a source for those Shariras. So without them, they cannot do any activities. So the source is Atma. In Ayurveda, Manas is the Karya Yukta and Chaitanya Hina. It's Nirjiva. Chaitanya Hina means it don't have Chetana. Okay. Manas has no Chetana, but it has got activity to do. Similarly, Atma is Chetana Yukta, but Karya Hina. Atma is Chetana Yukta. Atma has Chetana, but it don't do any activity. Manas do activity, but it does not have Chetana. The Atma gives Chetana to Manas, then Manas perform activity. It is as simple as, जैसे कि फैन है, ठीक है? फैन का काम है घूमना, फैन घूम सकता है, लेकिन फैन के अंदर फैन इलेक्ट्रिसिटी प्रोड्यूस नहीं कर सकता, है ना? सिमिलरली ये बटन में इलेक्ट्रिसिटी है, लेकिन ये बटन घूम नहीं सकता, ठीक है? लेकिन ये इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जब फैन में चला जाता है तो फैन घूमने लगता है. So Karana Sharira is this. The electricity is Karana. The fan is Karya. तो ऐसे हमारा आत्मा जो है वो कारण है, वो सोर्स है, वो एनर्जी का सोर्स है.
Sir, correct me if I'm wrong, sir. Is it from gross to the subtle?
It is most subtlest.
Yeah, from the gross to the subtlest.
From the gross to the
Sushma to Karana.
Sukshma to Karana.
Thank you, sir. This is one book I think everybody should write it down and take it up. First Lessons of in Vedanta by Swami Shivananda. Very small book. You can get it on Amazon. Every yoga teacher should hold this book. You know, it is given everything about Panchakosha, Panchaprana, the terms used by Patanjali, sutras. Very simple language में explain किया है. And it's the cost also is not more than 100 rupees also.
सर बिहार योग के हर एक बुक में वो रहता है सब PSY का हर एक
ये बहुत अच्छा बुक है जिसमें सिंपल क्वेश्चंस का आंसर दिया है. Like there are questions, you know, three avasthas, why guru, like there's a question like here, you're asking the, you know, question and the guru is answering. So it is very beautiful like that. What are the Sadbhava Vikras, the 6 modification of body? So Guruji explains that. What are the modification of the body? Okay. We all know that. Existence, birth, decaying, you know, further on like that. So it's a very good book, handy book for everyone. For simple, ऐसा dictionary होता है ना अपन बोलते हैं वैसा हम योग teachers use कर सकते हैं.
Where to get this?
You get it online. You get it online also. This was given to me as prasad when many books when I was there for the conference, maybe 10, 12, 13 years back in Bihar School of Yoga. Anybody else? And Panchakosha, if you want an extra lecture or something like that, Panchakosha, it will not take much time, 30 to 40 minutes. We can go for it. Those who really want, we can put it on the and ask Kritika madam. First आप पढ़ो देखो क्योंकि क्या होगा आप जब पढ़ोगे देखोगे ना तब आपको questions और आएंगे. So we can give you that lecture on a separate lecture on that if the time permits. Okay. Fine.
सर माइग्रेन पेशेंट त्राटका करना नहीं करना है?
नहीं करना है.
नहीं करना. त्राटका नहीं करना.
Why?
माइग्रेन पेशेंट अगर त्राटक करेंगे तो त्राटक इज फोकसिंग वन थिंग. अदर थिंग इज वो हमारे आई को स्टिमुलेट भी करता है ना. तो आई को स्टिमुलेट करना और फोकस करना ये दोनों चीज भी माइग्रेन के लिए अच्छे नहीं होती. जब आप देखेंगे माइग्रेन पेशेंट के लिए फोटो सेंसिटिविटी भी रहती है. मतलब कि जब माइग्रेन पेशेंट को माइग्रेन अटैक आता है व्हाट दे डू इज दे गो टू ए डार्क रूम, दे लॉक एवरीथिंग एंड दे स्लीप. ठीक है. तो जो भी फोकसिंग ज्यादा रहते हैं या जो ब्राइट लाइट रहता है ऐसी चीजों से माइग्रेन अटैक होता है. तो इसलिए हम उनको त्राटक अवॉइड करते हैं. त्राटक एक चीज तो फोकसिंग रहता है, दूसरा चीज वो लाइट को मतलब उनके ऑल्फैक्टरी उनके ऑप्टिक नर्व को स्टिमुलेट भी करता है.
Basically for Trataka, for migraine patient, you should not give anything which is focusing. जिस सर ने बताया आगे focusing and show you a difference of a dharana and dhyana. No?
Thank you, sir.
Any questions? So we can end the session. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.